So part of your story is Group One crew. So that
Yeah.
we're kind of digging back a little bit. I actually have. I was going to wear this to the interview today.
No, the tank top.
The Make Jesus Famous tank top. We'll have to post this somewhere in the YouTube or on Instagram later. So, like, I
Oh
thought
my
I was going to
God.
be cheesy. I thought I was going to be corny and, show up with the Make Jesus Famous tank top. But I got this in like 2015, 2014, 2015, somewhere in there.
You tried
I
it
don't
on.
remember. And yeah, we've had a pandemic, babies, like dad bod is in full mode. Like this, it just wasn't going to happen for the sake of everybody involved
It became a crop top.
at best. Like, I don't know how far we want to go with like some of the analogies. Like, this is also
Oh
like
my
a
God.
Christian music podcast, but digging into a little bit of the meat of this last season that's gone into the album and just the heartbreak that you feel and that you hear through this album that you've walked through. I guess my question is, what are you comfortable sharing of your journey and how you've walked through that?
Yeah. This last album, The Heartbreak and the Healing, was written from me going through a divorce, which was something I didn't ever think would be possible in my life. And initially, you grieve what you thought would be, right? That was the biggest part of it. But the scariest part was having to confront myself from that place. And it was a journey that I needed to walk alone. And so I think there was just so much that happened from this last album. I think my ex-husband, some of you knew him too, because he was a part of, he played drums for Group One and was such a big part of just my brand. Like we did everything together. And so I think that was really hard to be like, who am I? Like outside of being a wife, and more importantly, what brought me to this place? Because I can, like I have many times, play the victim of life happening to me. Like, you hear that all the time. Like, why did this have to happen to me? Like, why does this have to happen to me? But in reality, there was some deep wounds that since a little girl, I hadn't been able to face. And I had to do it within this last season. And so that's been a part of the process. That's been the beauty from the pain, was that I got to truly heal some places that really needed attention. And that's what this album is basically all about. That was the longest answer, but I'm just like, I think as I talk through it, I'm like, whoa, what a season it's been. It's hitting me.
What are some of the conversations that you had with God that either made it into this album or just that are still kind of on the table that you went through this season as part of this healing and part of this journey?
I think, like I mentioned, the biggest obstacle was finding myself, because I had been through so much trauma leading up to my adult life that I think I was in survival mode a lot. I was very, almost like how you've heard people say, like on autopilot. Like I wasn't ever present. There's times even where someone would be like, "Hey, remember 3 years ago that we all did this?" And I'd be like, "I don't even recall. I don't remember." Like I'm just going through life trying to survive and have all this like pain that I'm not dealing with. And so those conversations with God was like, I'm like, this is the reality of where I'm at. I feel so unworthy. I feel like these are the this is the core belief system that I'm functioning in, God. I don't even know why I believe in, like I don't even know what I believe. Why have I done, you start questioning everything, like
Yeah.
everything that I've known I've lost. So what is it that, like, who is Blanca? I don't know anymore, and I need you to help me start from the beginning. And so even like with the packaging of the album, people were like, why does it feel like it's kind of like this collegiate high school kind of varsity vibe. And because it was a picture of like the journey that I had to go on with God, I had to start at the beginning and where I first started experiencing a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain. And he had to walk me through all of it, through with therapy, with God, with some core friends that stood in the gap with me. Like I went on that journey. And so, yeah, it was a lot of those initial conversations with God were like, let's do this step by step because I feel like I'm in a break if I don't confront these places within myself.